Hey guys, this is Kirop speaking, and today we are in PGA Tour, EA Sports PGA Tour that is just newly released, and I'm in the early access version of that, which you get if you just buy the deluxe version. It's basically a 3-day early access. And I wanted to play a golf game after all these years that I have not really done that. Well, my last one being the Golf Club 2019. Just as a little bit of background, for those of you who are new here, welcome, first of all. I have played golf myself. I was getting down to handicap 4, so pretty decent as a golfer. And also I'm a games developer. I'm a systems designer and working on pretty complex stuff. I always wanted to make a golf game, and so far, no luck there. But what I'm going to do here in this series is to play the campaign of, or rather the career mode of the game, and check it out and see how it goes. And right before we get into it with Darty Smartmore, our not-so-pro golfer from New Zealand. He always blames his eggy farts on being from Rotorua, because that place smells that way. So before we get into that with Darty, we are going to address the elephant in the room. This game is not a PC game, even though you can buy it on PC. I almost refunded it after about an hour that felt like a struggle session. It was absolutely awful. Until I plugged in that thing. Xbox controller. Works fine with this one. This is a console game. It doesn't even have proper resolution. Like when I'm recording this, I'm on some kind of 3016 times something. Like not a real resolution. It doesn't even go pixel perfect on my 4K monitor. So keep that in mind if you want to buy it. If you get through it, you need to have a controller, and there's no mouse swing. There is keyboard swing, which is goddamn awful. And they might be adding a 3-click, which would be nice. But anyway, with a controller, the actual game seems to be pretty good. So let's now get into it and start a new career with Darty Smartmore. And there we go. We are going to start out from the amateur series. And of course, Asia Pacific, because that is where our home is. Look at that. Darty Golf Club. And that's from New Zealand, of course. So it's the first challenge will be our home. And because this is... Oh, we should talk about difficulty. AI scoring... I actually would like probably to keep it on 50 here, as I'm a little new to the game. And I've set it to the hardest possible without taking away features that are vitally important to be enjoying the game. And we're going to talk about that. Regular events, we are going to play as quick rounds. That means that you play a certain number of holes, and then the rest is simulated according to your skill profile and what the course requires, or what the profile of the course is. That's quite a smart way of doing it, I think. And seems to be implemented reasonably well. AI scoring, 50 is default. Let's keep it for the first season like this, and then start to adjust as we... see we're getting better or not. So, if we somehow win the first amateur championship, like there's basically a tournament there which you have to win then, from what I've seen, that would open up the Masters as well as the US Open. I'm not sure if we pull that off. Let's see if Darty can finish something like Q School within the top 40. Because I think that's a decent way to go about it. That should be our goal. Finish top 40. So down here you have your current season overview. And I'm in the way of it. Indeed I am. Let's take a look at the bigger picture then. So it's the first 4 rounds there of the Asia Pacific Amateur Championship, which we are going to compete in. And then there are just these events. So Corn Ferry Tour Q School, that is where we need the top 40. And this one is basically an appetizer. And because it is so important, let us take a look at the settings. They are going to change pretty much everything. So, gameplay, that is where it is at. So I have my swing difficulty at hard, putting difficulty at hard as well. And actually I was surprised at how hard it is. Of course, all the physics effects that are realistic are turned on. That was one of my main points of criticism of modern golf games, that they did not consider most of the stuff that actually is important, like lie. Yes, and no assists at all, apart from putting grid and beads along the putting grid. I tried without the beads, and it was pretty much unplayable because there was, at least from what I could figure out, no clear indication of what direction the slope was in. And with that, I mean, from side to side, it was pretty clear. But sloping down or up was not. So that was very hard to judge then. So also full wind reading, because what I like to do is calculate things. We don't want the preview of the shot, like a preliminary or a kind of projected shot tracer to be put on there, which shows you the effect of the wind. That would be awful. So we don't have that. But I do like to calculate and know how strong the wind is, because I'm not there. I can't feel the wind. Yes. Elevation also, I want to know, and my caddy should be able to put that information to me, how high above or below the green we are at the moment. Of course, no auto tap ins or mulligans. So basically, this is the difficulty setting of simulation, but with two of the features that give you extra readability and playability turned on. One of the game systems we get in right away before we start our first round too. And that is, you see something up there in the corner. Let me grab my mouse real quick. There. Skill points. So it does have an RPG system, which seems to be about how fleshed out you would expect something like it to be. So, seems pretty decent. Let's take a look at it. So we go here, golfer skills, and we do have the various categories: general power, driving accuracy and control, approach accuracy, control and recovery, and then short game, the same thing, and putting. And I do already have 2 points to start out with. Darty Smartmore is going to play a little bit of a role. He's not going to be a power hitter, even though he looks very snazzy. He is going to be an darty, throwing darts at things, or at least attempting to. And that requires, of course, a high skill in approach accuracy and control. And then also probably some driving accuracy and control, but not overly high on the power. We're going to focus on the shorter distance stuff and see how it plays, because throwing like 350 yards drives out there seems a little OP. It seems like Darty is putting with a putter he stole from the local mini golf course, as his putting equipment score down there in that corner is 0. I doubt that is going to well. So let's just see how this works. You see, we can put skill points into that, and why not a little bit more putting accuracy? So a little bit less mishits and so on, affecting your stuff. And let's go out of there. And what more? Approach accuracy. Yeah, let's try that. It fits with Darty, right? And then very soon we need to add a little bit of power, because you're starting out a little too underpowered. Are you ready? Let's get into the first event. So we do have firm fairways. Fairway speed is fast. Okay. Basically standard rough. It's pretty tame. Pretty tame. All right, let's start the round.
Today, it's the opening round in this, one of the most significant championships.
Darty Smartmore is at even par at the moment.
This is going to be
We shall... Oh, no, step away from the ball, Darty. We're not ready yet. We need to check out what's going on. So, welcome to New Zealand. And let's fly over to
including our leader.
That area over there. That looks like a very drivable par 4. And with firm fairways, I think we might want to take some more off of this one. Can we get there with the full 3-wood? Let's try that. If we... Oh, no, don't change the shot shape there. That's probably not going there. Also, what you... Oh, do we... No, we don't get a mouse cursor on, unfortunately. So, let me see. What you see down here is kind of a collection area for the shot. So maybe I should try to keep to this spot and then let the drive feed into that area. We do have a little wind from that side, and it's generally down. So, the swing mechanics are also a little weird. I have to say that... so, I'm using the right stick for this. And basically the mechanics are you pull it back until you have hit the upper point with the marker there in the swing. And then you quickly move it forward again to get down to the ball and strike. So, the problem here is that no matter what I try, I always end up with slow as my speed. I've tried to like massively speedily rip it up, and I only end up with slow ever. I haven't seen any fasts yet. So I've set him to have the swing style preference of slow. And I tend to overswing, which then cancels that slow out. Maybe that is his style. Maybe we always need to overswing a bit and then be slow to cancel out the effects in left and right with that effect. That makes things a little harder. But I guess we can deal with it somehow. All right, first drive of his career. Let's see. Well, that didn't go as planned. But also, it's not entirely terrible. You see that swing path down there? That was not good. 43 yards, wedge shot, where we really should have been on the green. Not optimal. You see down in the lower right that there is about a 10-ish%, 9-ish% cut in distance that you get. So what I'm going to do is just to take it out there and adjust for the wind. The green is sloping towards the middle. That's fine. Our lie is 4.3 degrees above the feet. That means it is naturally going to go more towards the left. And I think I can take it like that. That was a very wobbly pull. And stop your ball. How speedy are these greens? That is a manageable putt. So it is slightly up. Putting is super hard in this game, if set to hard putting. At least I thought so. So let's take it up there, like 10 feet extra. Because it is uphill in general. We have this little wave in the middle, the marked blue. And then for the break overall, pretty neutral. Pretty neutral. Let's take it a little bit left to right. And now we do the same thing. Pull back the slider, or first step into it. You see the little scale down there, so you need to hit that. But you still need to get the putter to the ball in a straight line, which isn't always easy. So let's try this. There. That was very straight. That wasn't too bad. That's what should be a safe par. So unfortunately it aims slightly behind the cup automatically. And I think the putting is solved in a really quite good way here. So Darty Smartmore keeps his place there. And now we are off to driving again. Probably want to keep it away from the bunker. Yep. It's looking good. Oh, by the way, what you can do is with the other stick, define your shot. But you see what happens to that swing plane? That is pretty much impossible for me to recreate with the, I'm just not skilled enough with the controller. I never, ever play anything with the controller. So I'm probably a mega noob. I was so looking forward to having a proper mouse swing in this. You know what? I played back in the day. Lynx LS 2001. Brilliant fucking game. So good. And that had mouse swing and solved it pretty well. I played that with a ball mouse back then. So it had its own handicap. But, and then the laser, the infrared mice that you could buy then. Once I got that also didn't work properly with it and like skipped and produced mad bad shots. But anyway, we are going to take this shot now. I think this is looking good as a target area. And I definitely don't want to play a low fade, but rather keep this exactly straight. Because I can't produce any of these shots. I want to show you how difficult that is first and then turn it off. Just so that you're in the know of what my struggles really are. Anyway, so I'm going to try and hit this one pretty straight. Oh, that was a beautiful swing. A little bit too little overswing to cancel out the slowness, but that worked out.
Swing, and this is going to wind up squarely in the fairway. Second shot now. It has to be careful because that breeze can be tricky.
117 yards, slightly higher, but wind with us. Okay, 50-degree wedge sounds good to me, and I'm going to shorten that slightly. And I do want to, in general, aiming a little bit more for the center of the green here, because this is all flat down there, if I'm getting a little short. And the rest seems like it's feeding off to the holding area towards the left, like all the way to the left. I don't want to be there. So let the wind carry it slightly into the green. We are pretty flat on the ground, so this should work out. All right, let's have Darty have a go at it and try to throw a dart here. And here we go. And it was pretty good. Oh, that's the wrong side of it, though. But, first the dart of Darty Smartmore. Look at him, smug little smile out of focus. There he comes into focus and waves at you. Ah, what a handsome fella. So, here we go. This is a very straightforward one. Let's give it a little extra juice so that the slight break doesn't affect it. And make something good of it. Yes, okay, just barely. Did you see how little that divergence from the optimal path was and how much it pushed it? It's like crazy. But I like the challenge. It's actually pretty fun. 260 uphill for the rest of the hole, but downhill from the tee, it looks like. Yeah, exactly. So let's aim for somewhere there and hit it straight. Easier said than done. Oh, this looks scary with the bunker there. But yeah, good drive will do. And there. Very slow, but that does the trick. Okay, that's a good one.
You can't drive it much better than that. That's the quick pickup of the tee right down the middle.
So yeah, we have a carry distance at the moment of like 250-ish yards.
Second shot coming up.
That's not what a pro usually does. So you would be, I think, tour average is
143 to the hole.
Is that like 275 or something? Oh, 9-iron. Question is, do you think we can stop that? It is against the wind. That will help in stopping it because it makes the trajectory a little steeper when the ball comes down. So, yeah. But will that be too short then? Let's put it there. All right. Darty, you know what you need to do. Oh, that is not going straight and not going long enough, but it got a good kick. Got a very good kick. All right. That almost looked competent. It wasn't, but it did. Oh, and again, this looks like pretty much a putt that just needs to be hammered straight. Like, make it go to there. It's a pretty steep uphill putt, so I think I'm going to try it straight like this. Yeah, let's go for it. Alright, don't push it. Uh-oh, that wasn't hard enough, but... Come on! No!
Don't be sure.
It wasn't hard enough.
Couple of turns, friend.
It wasn't hard enough. I chickened out. Oh, that is soul destroying. Oh, let's just put that one in. Alright. So now it's simulating the rest of it. And, oh no. There's still one more to play. Cool. Okay, what is this? Last hole. We're playing the last hole. It shows that in the top right there. And now, what do we want to hit? 3 wood. That seems like it's going to fly straight into the face of Bobby's who's standing over there. So, no. Let's go with... No. Can we go with 4? Even 4 iron is... Like, if we aim it here, maybe? Let it roll on and just try to get it over with? This is a par 3, but it's... Like, this is tough. Downhill. I think we tried this way. That should be the safest option. This is a scary shot with how hard the greens are and how little spin he's going to have on that shot. Especially with it also being downhill, that is taking away some more of that effect of spin as well. Not much, but still, rolls out more. More energy in the ball. So, let's go. There. Oh, what is this? Wow, okay. What happened there with my backswing? That looks completely awful. Now we have a long chip. 29 yards, that's a pitch. Yeah, Darty not too proficient at those non-darts that he throws. So, 60-degree wedge. I think if we aim it here, that probably would roll out nicely to the hole. And then we have a little bit of a backstop there too. I think that works out. We don't want to... Ooh, do we maybe need to shorten it even more? Put it there. Yeah, let me try that. 4 below, okay. If the ball is 4 below, then we need to aim a little bit further to the left. No. Let's see what we can make of. It's 60-degree wedge. Here we go. Little overswing and... Stop! Bite! No!
Ooh,
Come back down. Come... No. Not like that, please. Yeah, that wasn't optimal. Ouch. That's for par. Yeah, okay. Looking at it, I think it's straight. Probably needs to be played something like this. Slow dribbler. And a little bit over to there. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Get my bearings right here. And... There. No. What? Okay. Well, that first break mattered way more than this second one. That is bad. But there we go with the bogey putt. Beautifully done. Not. Okay. Still 14th. That's not too bad. Oh, yes. But wait. Yes, golf level up, but there was so much more info. But, yeah, wait a sec. Okay, here we go. So, let me do a quick run-on of this. Which I don't like. Okay. So, if you look at this, per hole you get 1,000 experience. If you hit the fairway in regulation, with your drive, that gives you 10 points. Now tell me, are those 10 points significant in the grand scheme of things? I'll give you a hint. No. This is pretty much bullshit. Playing a birdie. Doesn't matter. Can double bogey everything, you will still get your 4,000. That's making little to no difference. And pars, greens and regulations, nothing matters. The only thing that does matter is that you played holes and finished them. So that is disappointing. We gained 280 experience from actual performance, and we gained 4,000 experience from everything that isn't performance, from time spent. I think that is balanced in a way that is really not satisfying. But at least it gives us some progression. And it's the lazy way of making balance in a game. because that means that you can very simply calculate how far a player will get independent of their skill. So yes, the meta is to finish holes and click through everything as quickly as possible to level up your golfer as quickly as possible. And should that be the goal? I think the goal should be to try to get the best out of your player, out of your character. And that doesn't seem to be the incentive here. Before we jump into the next round, we can upgrade our golfer. That is satisfying on the other hand. So that's cool that we do have to spend some more skill points. 2 we have. And what did we suffer from in this? In our last little endeavor in our first round? I would say pretty much from everything. Everything was shit. And that means, well, we put 1 into power. 1 into power can't hurt. Just have a little bit more range. And what I really would like to get pretty early on is what? Retrain? No, we don't want to retrain. We want to get out here and where do we have? Oh, control, right? It's in control. I want to get to this one pretty fast. This is what Darty is all about. Throwing darts, finesse. Look at him. Doesn't he look like a person who can finesse you? Yeah, so let's put 2 into here and then... Oh, we don't have that. What? Why did it reset me to there? Put 1 remaining into there, control, so that we, with our next level up, can get that skill. An active, usable skill for your shots. And there we have our skill upgrade. Beautiful. And I think that is a perfect place to actually end it. Because we have taken a look at the first round, and that was all good. And now, the next episode will cover the rest of this little tournament. And hopefully a lot of level ups. Because we need them. Darty needs it. His player, his little puppet master, unfortunately, is very much a noob at this stuff. So I hope you enjoyed, and see you guys next time.